Hey guys, I'm Rogan and this is my ranting laptop. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome if you're new. So I am just one man. This is just one man's opinion. These are ideas worth sharing. They're not meant to be concrete advice. Make sure you do your own due diligence and homework and never just blindly trust a random guy like me on YouTube. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Dave Ramsey, the financial guru of the one of the financial gurus of the internet with his hundreds of millions of dollars empire and that type of stuff. So we're going to be talking about him today. This is going to be a really fun video for me to make because I really don't like this guy. He sucks and he deserves to be exposed for like what he does. Now, yes, he does have good advice sometimes, right? But it's mainly for people who weren't taught a single thing about personal finance growing up from their parents or in school. Financial literacy is not really something that's really taught in school because the elite doesn't want the masses of people to know that, right? So before I get started, I'm going to show you my new 1 ounce Mexican Libertad coins came in, the 1 ounce silver ones. They're really cool. I really like them, and I've never owned one. I've never owned them before. And I think they're just a really cool design. And like I said in the previous videos, I've been stacking metal for 5 years now, and I have a lot of experience when it comes to the buying and selling and that type of stuff. And I think I'll make a dedicated video on your exit plan for terms of precious metals. But if you just have a little bit of money and you can't really afford gold, well, just buy some silver. That's how I started getting exposure to this type of market. All right. So if you like content like this, if you like me trashing other financial gurus, and I'm not trying to be a financial guru. I'm never gonna sell you like a course, or I'm never going to have these brokerages pay me to say things about apps that will potentially lose you money, that type of thing. And I'm not going to sell you fake products that I don't actually use. So I'm just going to try to be authentic. All right. So getting into it. So why Dave Ramsey sucks. All right. So he gives blanket advice to the average American, most of who are dumb with their money, and his advice does not work for everyone. And he pushes mutual funds on people when index funds have performed better. Okay, so that's the first thing. Yes, index funds have performed better. Mutual funds aren't bad to invest in, but he preaches more to the ultra passive investor, not like an active person who likes to learn about finance. Because a lot of people, they think they'll never understand it, so they just make someone else do the work for them. But if actually some people took 5 to 10 minutes a day trying to actually educate themselves on financial literacy, they'd actually find it interesting, like I do. That's just what I believe. Okay, so next, he hates gold and thinks you're stupid for investing in it. He thinks owning a house makes you rich when it doesn't, because it doesn't, because if you count that to your net worth, you need to sell it to have the money. But then where are you gonna live? In the woods? So yeah. So going off of that, yes, it's good that it's always a good goal to own your own real estate someday. That's not bad advice, but the thing is, like, some people are house poor. All they have is a house, and they can't save any money because everything's going to the house. And I'm not talking about just a mortgage. I'm talking about the insurance, the property taxes, the upkeep, the repairs, everything that goes into a house. Houses cost you money. They don't make you money. The only thing they make money for you is if the value of the real estate goes up. But you're putting more and more and more money into it all the time. And then when it comes to sell it, it's like, oh, okay, well, my house went up $300,000 in like 15 to 20 years, but now where are you going to go now? Are you gonna go live off grid in the mountains, in like a little tiny house cabin? I mean, that's not feasible for everybody. Come on. I mean, and when you sell it, yeah, you'll have that money, but then you need to instantly use some of that money to purchase another place to live, because everybody needs a place to live, right? So let's just say you sold a house for $500,000 and you downsized to a $400,000 house. You still have to pay the realtor and like all these fees and that type of stuff. So yeah, maybe you have $50,000. So it's not like the same type of net worth that if you have in precious metals or banking your safe. And then another thing, I watched a video. He thinks you're crazy if you have cash at home, which like an emergency is never gonna happen, Dave Ramsey. Like the power's never gonna go out. Like this is gonna be a very long rant. So okay, so And then again, he calls metals a barbarous relic, and he thinks it's stupid if you own it. He's like, oh well, the stock market goes up 15-20% all the time, and it's like, no, not all the time. It's like metals go up too. It's not like metal is just like you put $100 worth of silver and then it just sits there and it never does anything. Like, it's not like a dividend for like a stock, but like he he I just can't. Like he does his audience a disservice for not letting people know that you should have some. Okay, when you watch me, I'm gonna be straight with you. All right. So now the next thing that him and his goons and his staff, they're like, never use a credit card when they actually can make you money for buying what you need anyway, and then the cash back, and then you get the cash back, right? Now, what if there's an actual emergency and you have to pay for something and you didn't save money for it? Well, credit card can help you get out of a pinch. And if you're getting 2 to 4% on certain purchases that you need to survive, not things that like, oh, I gotta go see 6 movies this month at the theaters, like, oh, I gotta take 2 vacations on a credit card. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the things that you actually need. Like, there's nothing wrong with treating yourself sometimes, but like 3% back on online purchases. That's one of my cards. I mean, what's so wrong with that? All right. So next. He's not a man of true diversification. If he was, he would include metal, crypto, art collectible, dividend stocks, real estate investment trusts, high yield ETFs, and that type of stuff. So he thinks that nothing bad will ever happen. I mean, people in 2008, they lost a ton of money because they were only invested in what the big institutions said was the only thing you need to invest in. So just remember, the stock market always like gets back to where it was after it's dipped from its high. But you gotta preserve your wealth. And if you think the stock market is overvalued right now, which it is, if you have metals on the sideline and you see a 30% sale, well, sell like a small portion of your metal to jump back in at a discount. Oh no, you can't do that. You can't be smart. Okay. All right. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. So there was this woman who worked for Dave Ramsey's company, and she was fired and eviscerated and ridiculed and mocked because somehow it was found out that she had premarital sex. Oh my God, that's so terrible. I mean, it's not like we live in 2024. Everybody does that. I don't care if you're super religious. You can't just force a culture on people and expect there not to be any pushback. It's basically like it's like he's a cult leader or something. Like, I'm serious. Like I guarantee 50 to 80% of the people watching this video has had sex before they got married. First of all, tangent here. How do you know you love someone if you haven't had sex with them? If there's no chemistry in the bedroom, how do you know the stuff outside the bedroom's gonna work? I mean, it blows my mind. It's just like it's like he's living in 1930. I mean, he doesn't have the worst advice in the world, but he just strikes me as someone who's very out of touch with like the modern times. He has old advice for old people. That's basically what he does. He doesn't consider the new ways. My generation, millennials, Gen Z, and then in the future, like, God bless Gen Alpha. I mean, like, I don't know how they're gonna need to create a new type of currency, like not cryptocurrency or NFTs, but like AI tokens or virtual reality AI assets or something like that. I have no idea. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that unscripted rant. Well, it was kind of scripted. I had some notes I was looking at, but thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you next time. Just make sure you remember to smash that dislike button. It gives me a chance to improve, make more content, make better content, and then just get better overall with what I'm doing. If you didn't like my shirt, my topic, or my face, or if you're a diehard Ramsey fan, I want you to dislike the video, and I want you to go into the comments, and I want you to tell me why he is a really good financial guru who can do no wrong. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.